Hey there. Welcome to Wednesday Evening Musicale. I'm back. You're back. A little break for me. Well, sort of. Always lots going on. You know, I've been starting out these programs with a little sort of improv thing, a little vocal and either guitar or dulcimer. And usually it's just something that kind of comes in and drifts out. I call it my tune du jour. I don't try to hold on to it or do anything with it. It's kind of a ritual of abundance that I like to do. But what I just played today is actually a little sneak preview of a work in progress, which maybe I'll be able to play in its finished form in an upcoming show. Speaking of shows, way back in April, before I did my first show on Earth Day, my first musicale, I did a promo to sort of talk it up, tell you what I was going to be doing. And I played part of a song to set it up. And it's always bugged me that I never finish that song. I don't like medleys. I don't like parts of songs. I like to hear the whole song. So the first thing I'm going to do is clear this up and play the entire song for you that's been bugging me since mid-April. It started out of the idea that this was going to be a joyful thing, bring joy to you. The poet Anne Sexton said, "The joy that isn't shared dies young." Here comes joy. Let her in. And that's your part. Here comes joy. Let her in, where she's been trying to gain access to you. Oh, but you're so down, sweet darling, that you can't get through. She's been calling, waving, dreaming, she's tried everything. Well, she needs a little help from us, and that's why we sing a little faster now. Here comes joy. Let her in, well, here comes joy. Let her in. She's rain on your garden, she's bone on your soul. She's the ground that you can rest upon when it's all out of control. She's the gift in every precious word that you send and receive. Well, she wants to meet you halfway and never leave. Well, here comes joy. Let her in. Yeah, here comes joy. Let her in. Joy is not an accident. Joy is no mistake. She just waits to be chosen or not after every heartbreak. You can't stumble into happiness like you fall into despair. She's a delivery destination, and she wants to see us all there. But here comes joy. Ooh, let her in. Yeah, here comes joy. Sing it with me. Let her in. Ooh, here comes joy climbing in the window. Here comes joy walking right through the door. Here comes joy, Kamala Harris. Here comes, we gotta get some more. Slow it down now. Here comes joy. Sometimes she comes all slow and elegant. Sometimes she comes all raucous and crazy. And here comes joy. Here comes joy. Oh, I feel a lot better getting that closure, just let me tell you. Well, about 5 shows before my little break, I was able to do shows entirely made of your requests, people who have been listening and who've had songs in their mind that they hadn't heard me do yet. And I have a couple of stragglers I'm gonna fit into this show as well. This one is from Cindy Spillers, and goes back in my repertoire, but also way back to my childhood, growing up in a big old house that was scary. When we moved in, the small town assured us that it was haunted, and and that house occupied my psyche, my unconscious, way after we moved out, which is when I was about 12 years old. And a couple of years after I moved out, the house burned to the ground. And yet for years afterward, if I lived somewhere in a dream, if there was a house in the dream, it was always that house, and particularly the staircase in that house, which was this grand old thing that, came down and had a landing and came down and had another landing and then emptied out into this wonderful reception hall. And it was just such an incredible thing in my mind. And I wrote this song, and I kind of released that fix on my psyche. And it's a little bit of an exploration of what might have happened if different choices had been made, as we always have the privilege to consider. Not that I have any regrets about the choices I made. Creaking and groaning, sometimes almost moaning, carrying us all up and down. Hands and knees, won't you stand up, please? Hang on tight so you don't fall down. Here's the chorus. Wood and skin is worn from wear, bruised and scarred most everywhere. The years are flowing and my steps are slowing, but I've still got a few tricks on these stairs. Sometimes I take them on my feet, sometimes I take them on my seat. Once or twice I tried it upside down. Tumbling, bumbling, pell-melling, arms all in a whirl. Everyone come running at the sound. Then Daddy'd carry me to Betty Bye, carry me away and toward the sky, carry me up and down more times than I can count. Gonna carry me to heaven when I die. Up on the landing I was small, but I was standing, making faces at the moon and wailing. Up and down in anger, up and down in song. Over my wooden friends I'd go a-sailing. They tell the house when I am blue, they tell when I don't want them to. When it's up and down those stairs, till it stares all up and down as my shoulders surely rise above the railing. Wood and skin is worn from wear, bruised and scarred most everywhere. The years are flowing and my steps are slowing, oh, but I still got a few trips on these stairs. But the years flow past and the time comes at last to find the life that's waiting just for me. Climbing and falling, walking down slow, and life half-turned stones under which I long to see. The house calls out for a family. Fill it up just like some big oak tree. My children look a lot like me, my grandkids a little less. And the stairs, they tell their daily tales to me. Well, I sleep downstairs 'cause it's cold now. My kids say it's 'cause I'm old now. Well, that's true, but it's not the only reason. My wooden messengers stand as they always have, carrying young to old through the growing season. Me, I've been done growing for a long, long time. Except for all these things going through my mind. Someday, if I have a mind, my kids will help me make the climb. And I wail at the moon again if I find it pleasing. Oh, 'cause I ain't coming down once I go back up. Wooden skin is worn from wear, bruised and scarred most everywhere. The years are flowing and my steps are slowing, but I've still got a few trips on these stairs. Oh, I've still got a few trips on these stairs. Ooh. Stairs. We do a little switcheroony here. Well, I'm going to begin the dulcimer segment of the musicale with a massive request that's kind of been in the wings for a long time. And this one goes out to my friends Linda Newson and Ido Negev in Israel. But I first met Linda years ago in Wisconsin, got to know her over the years, and we went through ups and downs. We'd share our lives when we'd see each other. One night she walks into a club, Cafe Carp in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, and she looks really glowy. I said, "Woo, what's going on?" She smiles. I said, "Well, there's a few more teeth there than the last time I saw you smile, girl. What is going on?" So it turns out that it's a beautiful story of love found and lost and found again and solidified 50 years later. And I just have to show you, because when Linda was a child, this family from Israel came to her town and her school, and she and Ido met, and then Ido's family went back to Israel. They would contact each other every now and then. They both went off, got married, had families, and all these years later, after ups and downs, found each other again at a point in their lives where, after some years of logistics and working things out, they were able to get together. So they got married on the day. I have to show you there, because here's Linda and Ido, and they got the mascot of the Shorewood School, named Shori, of course, to be their sort of witness. And they got married. Oh, here's their class picture from 50 years ago. 50 years after we became best friends. What a story. And it turns out that the chorus of this song, this song went between them over the years and actually worked its way into the wedding vows. So sometimes I think when I wrote this song, it wasn't for anybody in particular. It just kind of came out. And I think music is like quantum physics. You know, you write songs for some time in the future, some appropriate moment at some other time, but it's just kind of there waiting. So here you go, Linda and Ido. at least 2 people will be singing along. I hope the rest of you do too. My heart says stop, my heart says go. I see the road and I seem to know just what to do. I'm coming home to you. 2,000 miles of doubt and pain, and shall I travel it again? 2,000 times I think of you, I hear such music in your name. Well, my heart says stop, my heart says go. I see the road and I seem to know just what to do. I'm coming home to you. I climb the trees and wade the streams and heal, yet still I yearn, it seems. My arms reach out as if to you, the lovely birch trees nod and gleam. My heart says stop, my heart says go. I see the road and I seem to know just what to do. I'm coming home to you. The woods they shelter and they snare, the bird wings rustle through the air. Ooh, they fly off like I flew from you, but soon return to nestle there. Ooh, ooh, my heart says stop, my heart says go. I see the road and I seem to know just what to do. I'm coming home to you. Well, I climb as high as I can go upon these rocks, the woods below, and at the top I'm free from you till I recall your sweet face, and I know. Well, my heart says stop, my heart says go. I see the road and I seem to know just what to do. I'm coming home to you. Well, I know that I can live alone out in this place and feel at home. Well, I think I'd like to live with you. My love is yours, although I'm roamed. Well, my heart says stop, my heart says go. I see the road and I seem to know just what to do. I'm coming home to you once more. My heart says stop, my heart says go. I see the road, I seem to know just what to do. I'm coming home to you, yes. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. Mazel tov. Well, finally, there's been a little bit of rain, a little bit of cooling off, but we have been in the middle of such a hot and dry spell out in northeastern Connecticut. Not as hot and dry as some other parts of the country, but enough to sort of watch the yard start to shrivel up as you try to be conservative with the watering. And it made me think of a song that I had written when I lived on Beaver Island many years ago, a very frightening place to live in the case of a drought, because we had a little volunteer fire department, so if anything had gotten out of hand, there were no reinforcements to come in and help. So we were very watchful, and sometimes people would come on the weekend and, want to clean up their yard and have a little brush fire in the middle of a drought, and we'd be out driving around, finding the source of smoke and giving people what for being so stupid. And they, people would be going, "Oh, it's another beautiful day." So, and you just want to slap them and say, "Sheesh, think like a tree, will ya?" So I wrote this song in the middle of that drought, trying to think like a tree. And it came to sort of represent different kinds of things over the years, metaphor, internal droughts and such, but I'm going to sing it tonight for the real thing, because that's what inspired it initially. This is called Persephones Song. Sun's been shining for weeks on end. You say, "Isn't that lovely? Aren't we lucky, my friend?" But I want something more like the night. I'm so tired of the light. I know you hope it stays. But I need my rainy days. So bring those heavy skies, roll 'em right in. You can lay 'em right on me with a chilly, wet wind. Let 'em open while I shut down. They drive me underground. I know these aren't your ways, but I need my rainy days. Oh, I can't dream with this hot sun gleaming, or bury myself in a blanket or two. I can't go in when the light is streaming. I mean way inside, many things to do. So many dreams to keep. It gets so quiet when I go real deep. No, my heart's not broken. I'm fine and I'm free. So you can stop asking what is wrong with me. Too damn much color and light, that's all. It numbs me till I call for the beauty in the grays. And I need my rainy days. Oh, I need my rainy Persephones Song for the rain. Well, I never thought I'd be living on the East Coast, growing up in the Midwest. I loved coming out to visit, but I never thought I'd fall in love with somebody who lived on the East Coast either, and which explains why I'm out here now. One of my first trips out, when we were kind of testing the waters and kind of looming and receding in our excitement for this event, I was in Ohio. This song starts right where I was at that moment in time, and I was having a little one of those traveling through time, maybe quantum physics moments, where I was suddenly kind of out there. I was where I was, and I was living in Minneapolis, but I was also out there on the Eastern Shore, and thinking about how I already knew that I loved oysters, raw oysters. I thought, well, who knows? Maybe I lived out there in another time, and I'm just kind of coming home. And we always kind of feel that way when we come to the ocean anyway. There's that, I think it's an African proverb that's, or maybe it's from Gibran, one of those mystics that says, there must be something sacred in salt, for it is in our tears and in the sea. This is called Eastern Shore. Shore, a fragrant memory of salt spray at high tide. I'd felt it there some lifetime before. Ah, the sea is is always calling us home. That's the chorus. Ah, the sea is always calling us home. Ooh, yeah, da, da, da. I drove the whole night to get there by daybreak. All through the darkness, creatures held their space. Unseen companions in and all around me, keeping me steady toward the morning's face. Here we go. Oh, the sea is always calling us home. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 boo dum boo do 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 you do 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 da 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 you dum do do you do do boo do 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 do. The coffee's working, radio is blaring. It doesn't matter which songs take me there. I cross the bridge and feel the water rising, joy in my heart and salt wind in my hair. Ah, the sea is always calling us home. Sing it again. Ah, the sea is always calling us home. Once more. Ah, the sea is always calling us home. Yeah, Eastern Shore. And that one, by the way, is for Nancy Puckett, lest I forget. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of Wednesday Night Musicale. Thank you so much for being back with me. I really enjoy I enjoy hearing your comments. I enjoy knowing that you look forward to these shows, and I look forward to putting them together in that spirit. It's as together as we can be right now, and we've just got to make the most of it. Please go to my website, claudiaschmidt.com. I have a virtual tip vessel there. It looks like a little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and it indeed has been that for me over this last several months. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for listening, for contributing, for passing it on. Please share these videos as well, which all live at my website now as well. And you can check out other stuff there too, my CDs. And I will see you again soon. Sally Rogers and I will be doing a concert for the Fox Valley Folk Festival on Labor Day Monday. So we'll have information out about that and many other things coming up this fall. It's an exciting season. My favorite season, the fall. We'll be talking about that. Take care. Good night. The coffee's working, radio is blaring. It